Conversations with Kizzy.
How about that? I clicked the wrong button. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. I look a whole hot mess today, and y'all know I don't ever care. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Get up, get your cup. It's going down tonight. Y'all getting just me tonight, which ain't all bad. But we got a little stuff to talk about tonight. Well, I mean, I've been waiting. It's been a few weeks since I done got on here and did a rant. So y'all might get one tonight. Y'all won't get a rant tonight. We got storytelling. It's story time. It's always story time. Y'all hear stories. Sometimes they mine. Sometimes they ain't. Tonight y'all gonna get a little bit of both. What happened last week? Last week, I think we had what was last week? The 18th. So Nadaj Vodka was on last week. Y'all, I got tipsy as hell last week on the show. I should be all right tonight. I don't know. I gobbled down that Remy and ginger ale with a twist of lime. It's my favorite drink. That's my go-to. That is my Tuesday night, my Wednesday night, or whatever night I decide I want to do it. Oh, y'all see, I didn't look. I got my wig on, but guess what? It's in a ponytail. It's okay. We here for it. I am here for it. So I'm gonna give y'all a chance to get off up in the room. Let me see. I need to go make the corrections to tag the Men-ing page and the Facebook post. It doesn't happen when I stream from over here. Anyway, make sure y'all show y'all support by sending me some stars. I never asked for stars, but I'm gonna ask for some stars tonight. Why not? It's Tuesday. I ain't got nothing else better to do. Yeah, I had lost my glasses. I didn't lose them. I broke a pair. I was like, this is what people go through who wear glasses. Take my Bluetooth out. I shouldn't get any phone calls at 7 o'clock. Amazingly enough, my cousin Angel, who always calls during the show, called me before. Um, the gentleman's called me before the show. Uh, so we ain't gonna have no interruptions. Oh, I take that back. Y'all look, my sideburns sticking out and everything. I woke up like this. This is how I woke up. I mean, I had a day. And y'all know I'll be prepping on here to get on here to talk to y'all. We'll fix these later. Ain't nobody gonna see them but y'all. And I don't care. Yeah, we'll have an interruption. I'm sure my grandbaby gonna come in here and be waving at the dang on camera. So, well, she can talk just fine, but she's funny. She's 3. So maybe I'm gonna have her as a guest. I'm gonna have to have her a guest on the show one night because she coming in to talk to y'all. Well, here we are again, y'all. It's Tuesday, March 25th, 2025, and we are back for another episode of Conversations with Kizzy presented by no other than Men-ing LLC. How y'all doing? Hey, Kim, how are you tonight? I'm a master. What's up, cuz? I see you over there on Instagram. Tonight's going to be interesting tonight because we are talking about ending a relationship. And I got a couple of different scenarios to present y'all with tonight. So I'm gonna give y'all a chance to get in the room. If you ain't got your cup, get up and get it. Remember, please drink responsibly. If you're at home, do your thing. If you're not, don't drink and drive. Get an Uber, a Lyft, or wherever you are, or have a designated driver. If y'all missed the show last week, Nadaj Vodka CEO Will Clark was in. The week before that, we have Living My Truth with Shawnee, the podcast. Host Shawnee was in, and of course, first Tuesday was Chester. I'm good, Kim. Thank you so much for asking. Because most people don't say "and you" in my chat, so I appreciate it. We got a guest already, y'all. Come on, girl. Come on, come on. My grand dog came to make an appearance. Say, "Hey, Callie Waddy." Girl, we don't do the face stuff. No, she is a teacup Yorkie. She ain't getting no bigger. This is her full size. I don't know why she decided to come back here and bother me today. You done? Your sidekick outside and you can't go? Well, that's the home in dog. What is it? House dog life, ma'am. I'm sorry. She looking up at me like, well, I put it down because I ain't want it in my lap. Thank you. She going about a little piece of business now. Anyway, tonight we talking about ending relationships. This resonates and hits home for me Why are we talking about it? Because y'all know I got a story to tell. I got a little bit of my own story to tell, but then I also got a scenario. Not even a scenario, something that got dropped in my inbox because I love when people send me stuff. So they wanted me to get a second opinion on what y'all think they should do. So that's what we're gonna talk about tonight. And it's messy. It's messy. I was like, hmm? Say what now? I was like, okay, that's interesting. I've never encountered that type of situation before, but we're gonna see what y'all think about it, okay? Because I was intrigued. So I had, I got the DM and I read it. And I was like, I went to asking questions. Because if you gonna give me something to present to the audience, I need to know a little bit more. I needed some more info. I probably didn't. I just was being nosy. Again, people send me stuff that I do not know. Um, they just do. I don't know. This platform has given me, so I'm gonna give it to y'all, and I appreciate y'all. I just want to say thank y'all for that. But it's gonna be. This is a messy situation. At least I think it's a messy situation. It might not be in you all's opinion, but I just ended a relationship. It's been about a month ago, but I have to, for some reason I'm having to keep ending it, ending it because he is not accepting. He's not accepting of the breakup. And then it's like we can't break up because we were never together. Okay, well we can stop seeing each other then. That's where I'm at with it. You put me out the car, and I ain't over that. I ain't gonna never get over that unless you spend a whole lot of money, and I mean a lot. You have to buy my love back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's the awful thing. Hey, Auntie. Yeah, I'm looking at Instagram followers. I have to shout everybody out. Hey, Auntie Pam. Oh, I feel doubly blessed today. I got to see Auntie Pam, Tony Auntie Pam today, and I hadn't seen her in a while. So I was like, oh, and I talked chatted up for a minute, and now Auntie Pam, Robert Auntie Pam, is on the live. That's my baby right there, y'all. I'm telling. So I feel doubly blessed today to have an encounter with both of my Auntie Pams. So what? It's okay, Auntie. I'm gonna cuss a little bit here. Even at 47, y'all, I only curse around one of my aunties and one of my uncles, and that's because they are within 10 years of my age. All the rest of them, I don't know. That's just how I was raised. I'm sorry. I just don't see the point of doing that. And here comes the other special guest. I knew she was coming. Hello, my grandbaby. She just came in the back door. She was outside with my mama, I think, but I told y'all she was coming. She gonna come make her appearance. Stop. Now she's trying to beat the dog. This my little thugger. Hey, what you doing? Nana, why did you come inside? Come here, Callie. Come here, Callie Waddy. Go, Nana. Go, Nana. Go. Go. Because this little dog will run outside. She's not supposed to be outside, and then she will not come. And since somebody got to chase her down, and I ain't got that in me today. So we had to make sure she didn't try to go outside. I don't know why that little girl came inside and then went right back outside. But okay, that's her business. But we talking about ending a relationship. All right, so we gonna get into my mess, and then as y'all pop in, uh Auntie Pam said it was okay for me to cuss. But she know I drink and she know I smoke. So I assume she know I cuss too, but I don't be doing it in front of them. Unless one of them accidentally slip out, and that has happened. So, but pushing 50, I don't know, it's just a certain level of respect because of the love I have for my aunts and my uncles that that's just not something I felt like I would ever grow up and do. My auntie Ree is like my cousin. When we got put outside, she had to go too. So that's that. Uncle Tony, he didn't get put outside, but he was around us too. But yeah, everybody else is like, no, no. We might well let one slip out. Be like, oh, I'm sorry, Auntie, real quick. But other than that, we don't do no dirty cuss. Now if they roll up on one of us and we toe up from the floor, it's possibility they done heard all kind of stuff, but it's all right. If y'all ain't got your cup, get up and get it. Please drink responsibly. So let's get into it. We're gonna get into my mess, and I'm gonna get into this scenario that got dropped in my inbox, and it was about ending a relationship. Y'all know I just kind of like I listen. I for some reason I can't shake him off, but we already know that story with me. My exes always come back. Well, this one that refuses to go, and I ain't even mad at it, but I'm mad at it. I mean, ain't nothing I can do. I ain't finna argue with you about it. I ain't finna fight with you about it. Either you gonna man up or you not. You gonna step up or you not. And then, oh, you gotta accept me for who I am. You right, but I don't have to deal with you on that level. See, breakups are easy for me if I'm the one that's doing the breaking up, and it's they ain't hard if somebody else because I hardly ever get people who try to break up with me. But generally, if I'm breaking up with you, it's because something that you did, and 9 times out of 10, it was cheating. And it's real easy to walk away. So I'd be like, "I'm out." In this case, my case, it wasn't just cheating. It was you put me out the car, side the road because you were being disrespectful. I ain't even trip. I just called me an Uber and came on home. Uber got there quicker. It wasn't but 6 minutes away. I would have had to wait for somebody to come from Citra, Reddick, somewhere. My brother would have took forever and he wasn't but a few miles up the road. Nope. So I was home in 30 minutes. It didn't even matter. But I guarantee you, he might do that to somebody else, but I guarantee you he'll never do it to me again. Because it's like it cost you, my friend. I don't know what type of women you've been dealing with to where that's the type of behavior that they've allowed you to exhibit toward them because I will not stand for it. I'm a grown up. Who's dealing with that? So we did have a conversation. It was weeks ago, and I was like, "Yeah, you for the streets. You want to talk to everybody and me. You got to pick a side. It's either me or them. And if it's gonna be them, then it ain't gonna be me." He's talking about some. What did he say? He said something about the women that he talks to or have talked to in the past, and it's been multiple women at one time that he gives them a choice. And I was like, Yeah, you're giving me the same choice. I'm just choosing not you." This this motherfucker say, "Oh, you different. You mean to tell me in all of your years you never had a woman just say, 'No, I'm not dealing with that'?" Sis, ladies, y'all got to get yourselves together. I don't care if we outnumber them. I don't care. I don't care. Because in my mind, if you can have multiple women, I can have multiple men. The difference is the minute that I stop talking that noise and asking you and questioning you about all of that, you should already know what has happened. You no longer have 100% of my attention. And in my mind, I am dating. So he keep hollering, "Oh, I'm single." So now you single for real. "Oh, why you tripping?" I'm not. I'm just tired of your crap. I'm out. I don't even know why he be playing with somebody like me. You did one thing, I got took to Jamaica. Baby, your cheating don't out trump my cheating. Ma'am, leave grabbing the green screen. Hey, don't grab that. You didn't pull the whole dang on thing down. Mm. But I'm just saying, women don't cheat. Fellas don't cheat. But if you gon' cheat, fellas, please make sure that your woman can't cheat better than you. Because if she's like me, it's a competition now. It's a competition now, and I'm finna outdo you since you thought it was okay. So if it's so good for the goose, it's good for the gander. And a lot of fellas, they really can't deal with that. They be like, because I be like, I don't want to go there with you because it's not gonna be pretty. Because for one, you were sneaking and did yours. I don't sneak. I'm gonna just go do what I want to do and call it a day. Especially when I've given you the option to break up. You don't want to break up? I don't mean you any good at this point because I don't trust you. I barely like you. Even if I love you, I don't trust you at this point. So I'm not gonna be 100% in tune in the relationship. And you aren't about to create an insecurity that I didn't have before. And if you do, I don't take it with me. You know what I mean? Like on to the next relationship. I don't take that insecurity with me because that person didn't give it to me. So hey, but let's get into this mess, y'all. Let's get into this mess that got dropped into my DM about ending a relationship. Okay, let's get into it. All right, so a young lady dropped a message in my inbox, and I done read it multiple times, and I told y'all I asked questions, so I was ready for today. I got it weeks ago, but I had special guests, so I couldn't really talk about it. So I told her it was over a month ago that I got the message. I was like, all right, so I asked questions, and we gonna get into it. And I told her, okay, the next topic where it's just me was gonna be March 25th. So I told her she can watch it live or she can go back and watch the replay because nobody's gonna know who it is, because y'all know me, I don't mention names. I've only mentioned names one time, and that's because somebody hopped in my inbox about somebody that I used to date, but was on the show, and she got pimped. They ain't had nothing to do with me. But y'all remember talking about she gonna go live with men ain't men. You what girl? You finna get it. It's okay. The men ain't men and minions was on the job looking, and I tagged that health. I was gonna say something else in the comments and called her out by name. My grandbaby. Come in the house, ma'am. Thank you. All right. Stay in the house. Her mama working, y'all. My mama outside. So Aaliyah is just doing what she wanna do right now, at least for the until 8 o'clock. Her mama don't get off till 10, and Lois is outside. Anyway, because Lois ain't finna be trying to regulate nothing. She let them great grandkids run through here and tornado like. But anyway, young lady dropped in my inbox, and it started off with she's in a relationship. And I'm like, all right, she's currently in a relationship. Oh, she's currently in a relationship. Let's get that out there. However, the guy that she previously dated is also currently in a relationship. She's coming out of her relationship that she's currently in. But no, that breakup had nothing to do with her ex, right? And apparently he reached out or she reached out. Somehow I don't remember this part. Somehow they came, got in contact with each other. It wasn't that they lost contact with each other, but they decided to have a conversation. And in that conversation, her ex kind of was like, hey, I miss you, basically. And actually, he's coming out of the relationship and she's still in her relationship. Happy. I had to think about that. She's happy in her relationship to a certain extent, and his relationship is ending. Okay. So I was like, oh, okay, that's why he reached out. So he reached out. His relationship is ending. He reached out. And they, be nice to hear your voice type situation. So they have a conversation and it goes into how much he miss her and, how he still has feelings. And she's listening. She said she listened to it and they've had a couple of conversations. The truth of the matter is she was in a relationship and like I said, somewhat, happy, but at the same time doesn't feel like the relationship that she's in aligns with what she wants to do um with her life. So she wants to get out of the relationship, but she has no reason to. He's her boyfriend isn't cheating on her, he isn't mistreating her, he isn't being disrespectful. He's apparently a good guy, as far as I know. Far as she knows, as far as she told me. However, she does have the want to go back to her ex, and it just kind of happened all at the same time. It wasn't planned. His relationship just happened to be ending, coming out of that, and she feeling how she was feeling being with who she's with. Not that she doesn't care about that man, not that she doesn't love that man. It's just that I don't know what transpired. I ain't asked these kind of questions because it probably would have been a whole lot of things for me to say, well, why are you feeling this way all of a sudden? Because I'm sure it wasn't all of a sudden. I'm sure it started happening over a period of time. But they don't have any kids or anything like that, and they don't share any like real property. They're just in a relationship and have been. And so now she is stuck with they parted ways the first time because she cheated. You know, I tell people all the time they always say the grass ain't green on the other side. It's not. The grass is greener on. If you water the grass you got, it'll be just as green, right? I don't know what transpired to make her cheat the first time as to why they parted ways, but it was she regretted doing it. She didn't want, she regretted cheating. No, this ain't my story, y'all. This ain't my story. So I'm giving it to y'all how I got it because I was like, okay, interesting. I'm gonna tell y'all what I think at the end. All right, so neither one of them want to be the bad guy in either situation. Him breaking up or trying to break up, I guess he might be similar to me, trying to break up, and she, whatever reason, that breakup is happening. And I'm assuming she said that he said that it had been happening for the last few months where they were just growing apart and things were just not what they were. And things just, it just, in his mind, is like, dang, y'all know how y'all fellas be. Some of y'all fellas, ladies, I don't know if y'all have this. I've had this happen to me once when I was like, dang, I would have kept him. Or dang, what could I have done different in that situation? Because he was a really nice guy. I told you I date really nice guys all the time. They just aren't ready for what was ready for at the time in the past. So whatever reason him and his girlfriend are breaking up, she over here happy, somewhat happy, but at the same time, she can't stop thinking about him because she messed that relationship up. So of course, it's still in her mind that if there was no real reason for me to cheat, we were great together. I don't know what I was thinking type situation. I thought that this was going to be a better relationship, and it's a great relationship. It's just that a lot of the things that she found that she really, really enjoyed, she doesn't really enjoy those things with the person she's currently dating, but she does really, really she enjoyed doing all these things with her ex who is coming out of the relationship and now they're talking. So they don't want to cause an even messier situation. So they have kept it strictly to conversation. So he's at the point of, you know what? I care enough about you to not like step on nobody's toes. But if you really don't want to be in that relationship with him, I got to give you time. I got to give you time to work that out or break it off. But apparently, for her, the goal is to end the relationship. Now that I think about it, I think she cheated with him. When I tell y'all, it was a mess. It was a mess. Um, Trisha has an opinion. Trisha says, let's see, there is never a good time to say goodbye because you have grown apart. Maturity level is measured on how quickly we grow through things. Sometimes friendship is better. If you really love each other, you will let them go and grow respect. I 1000% agree. And I guess this is just something that just transpired. I ain't asked for no time frame because I just got it a month ago. So I don't know if it happened 2 months ago, 3 months ago, but I'm curious to know. I'm gonna reach out and ask like the status and come back and give y'all the update and see what it was. So I think she cheated on him, which is why they broke up. Um, he was hurt, devastated, and is like, screw it, I'm gonna move on. And he moved on, but he never got over her. But he really wanted to be with her. It's just that one thing. Yeah. So now she's in regret mode. And like, dang, maybe, maybe I should have stayed where I was. I didn't realize, oh, I put the wrong side of my dress trying to fix it. Maybe I should have stayed where I was. I didn't realize how good I had it with him or how much I really, really enjoyed certain things with him and the chemistry that they had. And, they never, it was never a fight type thing. It was just a grown up conversations that took place. And that was that. So they ended amicably, but the reason they ended wasn't so cute. And it's been a couple of years apparently. I had to think about it. Let me go look. Yeah, I'm gonna look. I'm not gonna show y'all because then I can't blur out the name. So you don't need to know. Alright, so they broke up a couple of years, like 2 years ago. Okay. Alright. Alright, girl. Not quite 2 years, but okay. I had to go look at my inbox because I still have the I'm open the message up, so if I needed to click over there, I can go click over there and come back. But anyway, so don't nobody wanna hurt nobody's feelings. First of all, his ex ain't trying to let go, even though he's like, "Okay, I'm done," because apparently she wasn't all wrapped up to what he thought she was. So they're both experiencing something very similar at the same time. His just got to that point sooner. She I don't know where she got there. I mean, a bit I guess, to the point where he it hasn't got to the point where she's broken up first, but they've had conversations. Um, and he told her he wasn't gonna wait forever for her to get out of that situation, especially if she's telling him that they wanna she wanna work things out with him. And, she understood. She understood apparently. And so I guess the waiting game has begun. And I'm with him. I'm not gonna wait. If you telling me you want to be with me, and I understand you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, and I understand that you ain't trying to put yourself in a cheating position, which is how she ended up with the new dude in the first place. And I guess she's trying to figure out, how do you end a perfectly good relationship? And in my mind, it can't possibly be a perfectly good relationship if you don't see them with you doing certain things in the future. Something about that is off. So there's something about it. All right. So Richard says letting go is not a crime, but one shouldn't just break up without letting each other know the reason, because some persons believe they have the right to hurt others. I agree to a certain extent, and then I disagree. 9 times out of 10, if a breakup is happening, they know why. They know why. But I think in this situation, she really didn't have a reason to, but she wants to. But either way, she has a reason to. I don't think it's not the normal reason that most people would, it's not a common reason to break up. It is a reason, but just not as common as somebody's lying to me, somebody's stealing from me, somebody's hitting me, somebody's hurting me, somebody's verbally abusing me, or somebody's physically abusing me, which are normal reasons for people to break up, and rightfully so. But in this case, none of that is happening in her relationship that she's in. It's just that now, as time, I guess the last couple of years have gone by, and it's like, this isn't really what I want. Richard, I'm with you. I feel like a conversation needs to be had. I feel like you need to be honest. You need to tell somebody exactly that I love you, I care about you. However, this relationship is not what I want. Whatever the case may be, whatever the reason be, I feel like that needs to be expressed. Um, People don't break up with people just because they believe they can hurt them. Breaking up is going to hurt regardless. And they know that. It's just that sometimes a person can grow up away from you, even though you're not growing away from them, but you should be able to see it. You should be able to feel it. You shouldn't be blind to it. And if you've been blind to it, it is because you have lied to yourself. Because the signs are always there. They're always there. So in this situation, she wants to know what she should do. And I mean, I know what I would do if I've gotten to a point where I was like, okay, this, I love you, but this is just not aligning with where I'm going or whatever. Then, yeah. All right, let's see what else. We got comments galore tonight. Once you learn to really love yourself, you learn it takes all types of people to make this world go around. Let go, let God. I agree. By the way, hey, Trisha, it's my classmate. Y'all need a tattoo? Holla at her. Trisha, we're going to have you on the show, girl, so you can tell these people where they can come get dazzled up at. You still do tattoos, right? I've seen a little bit of your work. All right, Kim says he shouldn't be trying to apply pressure on her. Who's to say she won't cheat again? Well, I think she might have reached out to him. Hold on. Look, hold on. That's the thing. He's not applying pressure. He's respectfully respecting the situation because he doesn't want it to be about applying pressure. If this is where you want to be, then you have to make that decision, that choice, and you have to come. And yeah, who's to say she won't cheat again? But I'm gonna say because she learned a lesson. If you rethinking now that okay, that was probably not a good idea, you know it's not a good idea. And yeah, some time has passed. We may have little trust issues, but if you're willing to accept them back, you gotta let that go. And that's the bottom line. If it means that if it's meant to be, they will come back to each other. And if it's not, then she will stay where she is. Communication is a key in a relationship. And that's exactly what I said. But here's the funny part. Subtle signs. Apparently she's getting subtle signs of him everywhere. I guess, I done prayed about it. You know how we do. Oh, I got to go to Jesus. I got to talk to the Lord. I got to go in the prayer closet. She done prayed about it. And God keeps putting him in front of her. And or things that remind or things that they may have done. Like, for example, I know for a fact that Google Photos reminds me of people that I don't necessarily want to be reminded of sometimes. Facebook memories will do it too, but I don't post my relationships like that on social media. So Google Photos would definitely do it. If y'all don't follow each other or do follow each other on TikTok, if you don't follow each other, TikTok would do it. TikTok's done it to me with my ex, someone you may know. I'm like, how y'all know I know him? So subtle reminders, just different things, I guess. But I know those are the type of things that I get that I be like, hey, why is this popping up? And I realize a lot of the times, it's Google. I'm not the only person with Google. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, maybe the other person is looking at the pictures, which is telling Google, hey, they looking at the pictures, and let's send a reminder to them over here to look at the pictures. Y'all know how Google work, but I get them type of reminders. At least for me, I get those. I'm not sure exactly what kind of reminders that she would get. Maybe it was all of a sudden his favorite something appeared, or she saw something that she had never. I don't know, but I know I get weird reminders, and I'd be like, why am I getting this? I haven't spoken this person's name in forever. So Um, my suggestion, if this is my thought process, and y'all can tell me what y'all think. Some of y'all rather, I don't, I, as if it were me, if I were him, I would just sit back and see what color the wall is going to be. However, like she said, he told her he wasn't going to wait for her forever. So I think she reached out to him, and that's how they got back to talking. And so, but my thing is this: you get them, you lose them, just like you get them. So to this guy that she cheated with, that she's currently in a relationship with, sir, at some point, you should have realized because, hey, Prince of the South in the house. What's up, Chester Moore? Look, my radio voice come on. Prince of the South. So when I tell y'all it was messy, I was like, what? Wait a minute, I gotta ask questions for clarity. So that's why I keep flipping back to the message so I can read it real quick. Listen, listen, listen. Hey, Jamie, keep God out that mess. Ain't nothing godly about that situation. It's not. But I guess you ask for guidance, you get it. And I guess ever since the prayer, all she's been getting is pings without looking for them about this ex. He didn't try to pursue her. He didn't go looking for her. She went looking for him. However, I somewhat feel sorry for the new boyfriend, but then I somewhat don't because you started dating her while she had a man. You may not have known it. You may have known something about it, but I'm sure something happened at the beginning of that relationship that indicated she was in a relationship with somebody else. All right, y'all, we got a long comment. Let's get this one. Let's see what Richard's talking about. Well, no relation is good because one have to work hard to make it good and better. Correct. That's where sacrifice comes in and compromise. Sacrifice and compromise. A lot of people are full of pretense just to have what they want. Correct. A genuine feeling will always make any relationship work. I'm ad-libbing, Richard, because I'm trying. When two people are in a relationship, the first thing to work on is self-love and acceptance. I think so. Look, Princess, I'll say, oh boy, Chelsea, we gonna talk about this one. I'm gonna go a little bit more detail with you, honey, when we talk about this. That's her kitty purring. New man ain't it for her. Oh, that what I said, Jamie. I said, something ain't right over there. If the relationship is good, what is it that is off? And it, it I, drink on that one, girl. I love y'all. Y'all say what I want. I be thinking it, but I ain't want to say it, y'all. Enrique Reddick, what's up, my mans? Y'all, Enrique Reddick gonna be back on the show. I think it's the third Tuesday in April. He gonna give us a catch up on his movies. See over there in the Instagram, so he gonna be back at it. He'll be back on in about 3 weeks. Look, James, I'm gonna put this when I get through all the rest of these comments. I'm gonna put this one up and just leave it up. Just to say, I don't trust anybody as far as you can. As you can't trust anybody as far as you can see them. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. I'm trying to tell you. Look, um, that's it. I keep telling them, be like, you trust me, I trust God. I trust Jesus. I don't trust you. That's what I don't even play about my money. That's why I say in God we trust. So yeah, I I 1000% agree with that. All right, Chester say, oh, that was the correction. Let me tell you. Hey, Kim say she agreeing with Jamie. He don't move the room like he do. Y'all remember that song? But it's she don't move the room like I do. But because it's a chick, um, I just changed the words. Y'all got fuck it. Let's do it. Um, if I have to admit, I'm gonna have to agree with Kim and with Jamie and Kim. Um, everything might be good, but that purr ain't purring like old boy made it purr, her ex. It ain't. It's a chemistry thing. And to know that you trying to I have been here trying to reach a climax that you reached before with somebody else and you just can't get to that plateau, it will do it for you. It will it will cause a breakup. It will. You chasing or orgasmic high. I ain't mad at it. You want what you want. Hey, I can't even be mad at her for that. Um, I can't. And if he's open to rekindling the relationship, waiting for her to get out of whatever situation she's in, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I to each his own. Just be honest in what you're doing. I mean, he don't have to worry about anything. His relationship is basically over. She reached out to him. She feeling how she feeling, and she missing him. She been thinking about it. Let me go put this back up on here. Let me go put this back up on the screen. Y'all making my night tonight, and that's just what it is. I ain't ask her that. I ain't want to get that deep into her business, but I knew somebody was gonna come in here and read the room like I did. I was like, okay, if the relationship is great and he's a really good person, then what is it? And apparently, I don't think it. Okay, we're gonna get down there. All right. So why are we even talking about whether to do did you? But then I'm going to shine when it's my time. I ain't read it. I read it, but I ain't read it out loud. Why are we even talking about what another dude did to you in the bedroom? I'm going to shine when it's my time. See, I don't think it's just that. I don't think it's just that. I think it was. I know it's not just that. It was something, plans for the future and what she wanted to do. And at some point in that previous relationship, they had certain discussions, and she was in a perfectly healthy relationship. It's just that Just like y'all fellas, temptation. Women ain't perfect either. They cheat. I don't know why y'all think women don't cheat. We do. So I don't think it was a temporary feel good because they apparently had a healthy relationship. She messed that up. And sometimes some women want to have their cake and eat it too. And sometimes you have a misunderstanding and you frown upon it and you decide you make a bad decision and that bad decision costs you a perfectly good man. Ladies, y'all hear me? Because y'all know I always talk to the fellas. I talk to the ladies ever so often. So, ladies, when you got a good one, don't mess it up. When you get a good one, don't mess it up. Because ain't a lot of good ones out here. That's why I say men ain't men in behind me. Okay? Just saying. Let's see. I'm thinking the same thing. That's not healthy. It's not. It's really mind over matter. She has to let that old flame go and enjoy where she's at or let the new man go. She needs to find herself, honestly. And I think that's what has happened. I don't think she had completely found herself or found it out what she needed until she got with something that was, it was nice and it was cute and it was this, but it wasn't fulfilling. And a lot of times you don't know that when you jump out there. So you messed up a perfectly good relationship, sis, to now be like, "Oh, this ain't really what I wanted." And now I feel really, really bad. It's just that the other thing, timing. Timing has worked in their favor. You know what I mean? At least that's what I'm saying. Because he's already coming out of a relationship. You trying to break up. All right. Kalisha just laughing. Hey girl, hey. Hey sis, how you doing? Richard says a man should be the one to sacrifice more to make it work because a responsible man should always make everything around show how responsible he is as a provider, as a protector. I 1000% agree. I'm going to always come back to that Bible on y'all. Y'all know that, right? That shouldn't make the woman involved not to respect the relationship. It shouldn't, but it did, Richard. And very seldom do we have conversations about the woman messing up the relationship. That's why I was like, I can't wait to talk to y'all about this one. You messed up a perfectly good relationship, got in another perfectly good relationship. Now you don't want that perfectly good relationship because you realize the relationship that you had before was the one for you. It happens, but a lot of times, y'all, we don't always get that second chance to go back and rekindle that relationship. A lot of times we have to just eat the fact that we messed it up. And now we got to stand because now we got to stand on this crap that we done did. You know what I'm saying? But generally, it's the men that do that. That's why I couldn't wait to talk about this because y'all know I don't take sides. Ain't nobody safe, not even me. It's women like her who gets good men and turn them into broken men. Absolutely, 1000% agree. See, y'all know I ain't on nobody's side. I'm gonna talk about these helpers too. I'm gonna talk about them. They don't be right. I told y'all that. Told y'all, ladies don't always be right. When I be talking on stuff, yeah, most of the time it be the fellas, but it ain't always. So anytime something comes along where I can talk about a woman and her behaviors, I feel like, hey, I can, level the playing field. So I won't have all these men pissy hot because I say men ain't men. Women ain't women and don't sound right. So I don't say that. Sisters drop the ball. Um, let's see. Trisha says you can be with this, you can be with that, because this is where it said you can get with this or you can get with that. I know that's right. She's so silly. Good music, good old school music. Indeed, it is. All right, so I told her that I would come back. I should have, I didn't want to give her immediate response. I already knew what to tell her. You got to be honest with yourself before you can be honest with anybody else. And if you're going to be honest with yourself, then you have to be honest with yourself and admit how you feel for real about your ex. And if that is really where your heart is, then you have to be really honest with that person that you're dating. And there's no way around hurting him. There's no way around that. And like Jamie said, it's women like her who gets good men. They have them and turn them into a broken man, and then they come meet somebody like me. Kalisha says it's broken folk land with broken folk with no healing, either together or separated. Right. And they got to be honest with themselves first. Self awareness. They got to be honest with themselves first before they can. And I think that's what happened. I don't think that's really the relationship that she really wanted, but she made a mistake. So now she got, you got to roll with it because this is what you did. And then after rolling with it, it might not even been a couple of years. I think it was like a year and a half, something like that. But that's still a couple of years if you ask me. And once you get over there and you're like, oh yeah, this is good. Okay, this is fun. And then a little time go by and it's like, this isn't as good or as fun as I thought it was. And not because of the person, but because I really like this person. I really care about this person. I really love this person. I just don't want to spend the rest of my life with this person because I don't see him fitting into the plans that I want to make with the man that I want to spend my life with or whatever. And that's where she at. And I think she knows what she needs to do. I think she knows that if you can't let go of these emotions that are apparently just as strong as they were when y'all were together, and apparently you've been thinking about him for a long period of time, and now reminders are more prevalent every day or every so many times a week. You get reminders of some way, shape, or form about him. Because, like I told y'all, TikTok and Google Photos get on my nerves with the reminders about my exes, someone you may know, or hey, this happened 7 years ago today. To 7 years ago today, I'd be like, I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask it. I didn't ask for this. Honestly, we all heal through brokenness. This is how we all grow. Exactly. This is how we become stronger. This is how we are able to really, really pinpoint the things that we want in our lives, the type of people we want in our lives, the type of people we want around us. This guy's probably going to think the worst of her, and it may take him a while to jump back into another relationship because he's thinking everything is all good. And in her head, it's not all good because she's not emotionally fulfilled, she's not mentally fulfilled, she's not sexually fulfilled. You should have made sure all those boxes were checked before you went and did what you did. Well, maybe she's emotionally filled, but mentally fulfilled and sexually fulfilled, definitely. I don't think them the two places where it's lacking. So, and Kalisha wanted to second that emotion, Trisha. You're right. We all we all get broken as we go through life. We all have different experiences that cause us pain and heartbreak and anguish, and we work through all those emotions, and we come out on the other side the majority of the time for most people better people. um, we're more empathetic people after situations like that because we know how it feels and we don't want to put anybody else in that situation. So we try to be completely honest so that nobody's feelings are hurt. And even sometimes they still are, you know? Sometimes the feelings are still hurt. And in this situation, I feel like feelings are still going to be hurt. Jamie, I wasn't playing. I'm keeping that on the screen. Look, we're right back to it. Hi, Aaliyah. You want to say hi? Come here. All right, girl. What you got? No, 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 night, night. Say hi. Nana knows. Say Nana knows. Y'all see? Nana knows. All right, Aaliyah. They saw you. All right, don't. Okay. Hmm? All right, get out and go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get out. Go away. That's Nana nose. Got my nose. Her nose just little, but she can make it flare like that. That's why she Nana knows. Anyway, um, my advice to her is, be honest with yourself first. Be honest with yourself first so that you can be honest with somebody else. And when you're able to do that, It'll all come out in the wash. However, somebody's feelings is going to be hurt, just like they were when you did what you did with your ex. But apparently, the feelings are mutual. The whole time he was with somebody else, he was thinking about her. The whole time she was somebody else, she thinking about him. I said, well, maybe they belong together, but y'all got to figure out how to do that. Um, First, you got to get out of the relationship that you're in. Told y'all it was gonna be messy. So I'm gonna have a relationship coach session with her. She told me after the show she wanted to have a relationship session to kind of work through how to break up with her boyfriend because she wants to go back and build a life with her ex. That's gonna hurt. I mean, men don't take that. I know as a woman, oh, oh my God. We emotional, y'all. Yeah, we hypersensitive already. We already hormonally unbalanced for 3 weeks out of the month. So we already emotionally unbalanced 3 weeks out of the month, and then that fourth week we ain't right. So it's gonna hurt. Trish says we live and let live, and Gary says you're speaking a truth. Yeah, you got to be honest with yourself before you can be honest with somebody else. And once you're able to be honest with yourself, it'll be a lot easier for you to be honest with somebody else. There is some fear in that. Some people are afraid of that, but I'm not. Thank God. I'm gonna be honest with you. Regardless, it may even hurt your feelings, but I'd rather just be truthful with you because you'll be able to move past that sooner versus me BSing you and lying to you. So I just tell you the truth the first time, ma'am, ma'am. I hate that you come sit up under this chair. Go away. Y'all, she got on some pink cowboy boots, some green shorts. I don't know what color shirt that is, and a purple goddamn on pullover zip up, quarter zip up, whatever the heck that is. I don't know where she going. Where she going? But all right. Hey, Shawnee. Y'all, we got Shawnee from Living Our Truth with Shawnee podcast over in the Instagram room. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. I think it's April the 8th. Shawnee, I'm passing the mic and it's her night. She gonna come on and she gonna run the show. And I am so excited. I cannot wait. So y'all know how I be doing. I will pass the mic in a minute. But be honest with yourself. You can't be honest with nobody else until you're honest with yourself. Be truthful. But the sooner that you are honest with the other person, the better. Because if you draw it out, and draw it out, they're not gonna be able to understand how when we've been together all this time with no problems, no issues, other than the fact that the ex came back into play at some point. I guess she messed with the ex for a little period of time in this new relationship, but that should have been the new guy's that should have been his clue. I'm just gonna keep it 100. It should have been the new boyfriend's clue that she was still into her ex because a portion of that relationship, she was still dealing with him behind the new person's back. Honey, when I tell y'all this shit a mess. Ooh, it's a mess. All right, Richard with these paragraphs, but I'm here for it. Hey, Neville. You on vacation, girl? What you sorry for? Y'all make sure y'all check in for Motivational Mondays. Oh, girl. Push, flourish, prosper. Girl, I'm drinking slow tonight. I got tipsy last Tuesday. I always try to share her posts. Um, or just tag me. I told you to just tag me in them so I can make sure that I share them because I don't always see them on Monday. Sometimes I'll see them on Tuesday, then I'll be mad because I'll be wanting to get your message out on Monday because it's Motivational Monday. So make sure you tag me. Remember to tag me. All right, Richard. Y'all, Richard take me to school. Let's get into it. It is better not to accept relationship with anyone than to be pulled out from one just because one went to have free will to do whatever they like. Hold on, I got to translate this shit. It's better not to accept being in a relationship with somebody than pull out mhm, and then back up off of one person just because you want to have free will to do whatever you want. And for Richard, a lot of people really don't know what they want and how they want it. Amen, Richard. And I think this is part of her problem. I think she didn't really know what she wanted or how she wanted until she lost it. And a lot of the time, that's when reality sets in for a lot of folks, for everybody. How long will one keep breaking up? Right? Because look, well, I'm gonna tell you the truth, Richard. If I get into a relationship and I don't like what's happening, I'm gonna break up. I don't care. You break up as much as you need to. This is life. Breakup happens all the time. People lose jobs. That's a breakup. For them to feel satisfied and at the end, it's all about regret and frustration. I think the regret and frustration is happening because she feels she shouldn't have never left the first two. She was happy, very content. I know. Yes, Shawnee. Yes. Yes, exactly. I'm excited too. I can't wait. But different strokes for different folks. People tell me that I'm somewhat emotionally unavailable. And it's not that I'm emotionally unavailable, I'm emotionally aware of not just how I feel, but the actions of feelings from you. Women are reciprocators. I have been saying this for the longest. Most of us with are reciprocators. You do have women that be over the top and they ain't getting that in return. But most women are reciprocators. We match what you are putting out to us. So if you're showing love, we gonna show love. The minute that you stop, we got questions. What's up? What's wrong? What we doing? At least I do, because we notice changes. Men don't notice the changes that like women do in relationships when something switches up. Shawnee says they don't like the emotionally aware. I swear they don't. Like they don't. People don't like the emotionally aware. They like you. I'm not heartless. I'm just aware. And I'm a Cancer. So I'm a natural empath. So I can feel it not right. I can feel the energy shift or change. Everybody can't do that, but I feel, and then they'll play it off like I don't know what I'm talking about or I'm overreacting. And then when it pops out, whatever you do in the dark comes to the light. Then it's like, okay, but I didn't know what I was talking about when I was feeling exactly what I now know. So, hey, different strokes for different folks. But I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, if you cheat on me and I break up with you and you don't want to break up, then my next line is I'm going to cheat on you because that's what you deserve. Because that's the energy that you put out. And that's what you're telling me you want me to do. You telling me you want me to see you and other people because that's what you did. And if that's not what you want, don't serve it to me, baby, because I'm gonna give you the platter right back in an extra large combo. I'm just letting you know. Don't play with me. And I won't play with you. I feel like I've grown out of the playing stage, but in my younger days, baby, run circles. But please don't make me pull out my running shoes because I'm a runner. I'm a track star. Come in your life disrupted and slide. Will do. And be tickle pink. Why? Because you came into mine and disrupted it and slid or tried to. You didn't even try to slide. You just came in and disrupted it and thought that you could stay. Okay, well, we're good for the goose. It's good for the gander. You can cheat on a lot of women and they, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. I'm so heartbroken. You cheat on me, I'm gonna look at you and laugh because you know what's gonna happen next. You can pick. You want to stay or you want to go. I ain't going nowhere because I done got told that. Fine, then you will share. And then it was, bitch, I kill you. No, you won't. I didn't kill you. And besides, at this point, I owe you one. And if you want to go tit for tat, like I said, I'm not the one to play with because, oh, you want to run around and do little simple things with women. Oh, you fed her. Okay, cool. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how to cheat. I should write a book. I've been saying this, but I'm gonna write a book and I'm gonna show you how to cheat because I'm pretty. I ain't gonna lie. I done been good at it, but I was young. Not recently. Not in the last 10 or 15 years. But in my 20s, baby, young, wild, and free. And at this big age, honey, I'm too attractive not for you to even play with me because I will re up and change it. Yeah, but I don't. This is the thing, ladies, y'all notice the difference in men when they're cheating. Men don't notice the difference in us when we cheat. Interesting. Y'all always say the clock. I done ran y'all right to the bottom and the top of the hour. It's always a pleasure to come in when y'all come and join me for another conversation with Kizzy. Tonight was interesting. I appreciate y'all participation, but I'm finna go. I will see y'all next Tuesday, which I do believe is April 1st. It's the first Tuesday of the month, so Prince of the South will be joining us, and I don't ever tell him the topic because he want to talk about it beforehand. But me and him gonna have a conversation about this because we know the people. I've been knowing Chester for about. I opened my credit repair business in like 2010. 2009, 2010. So I've been knowing him for like 15 years. So we cool. We cool. We've been cool for years. So we talk about all kinds of stuff. But this we gonna talk about because we know the people. But anyway, it's 8:01, and I'm glad I'm the boss because ain't nobody cut me off. Hey, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all drinks. It's always my pleasure. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all next week. Y'all know what I always say. April Fool's Day. Oh my God, this will be good. And will. Thanks for tuning in, Trisha. Always a pleasure to see your face pop up on my timeline. So y'all know what I always say. Love you too, Shining. Uh, your flyer coming for your episode. That's your episode, baby. We just gonna be on my platform, but it's all you. Y'all know what I always say. Be good or be good at it, but don't get caught. Love and light. I'm out. Bye.